Hello everyone. Do you feel Blender to be tough to follow through some tutorial videos, or even you see that it's quite confusing right from the beginning to follow? Even if you have used Blender in the past and just looking for some refresher, you have come to the right place. We will be going through few settings. We will tweak some settings in Blender, and we will go through some basics which will be essential for all the advanced level tutorials. Hello everyone, this is Jay from CJ Academy. Let's start it. What you see here is the first the scene you see when you open Blender after installing it. If you haven't already installed it, I will give the link in the description. It's pretty simple. You can download it and install it in your machine. So this is the first screen what you will see when you open Blender, and this is called a splash screen. It gives you some basic information about Blender and also the version of it. So we will close it with a left mouse click. So I have added an add-on here in Blender to give you which keys I am pressing. So this is really important for Blender since it is a huge software. It depends a lot on the shortcuts. It's necessary to learn them, so that's the intention why I have a way to display it on screen here on the left side. So I will be giving you some settings to tweak in Blender, and this is really about preparing the Blender software for you to make it familiar and make it more comfortable. And right now when you open Blender, you may see a lot of options here, a lot of settings. It's packed with text all over the place. It's normal, it's pretty normal for any software that is huge and collaborative in nature. This kind of software which is big, it's usually meant for different departments to collaborate together. It's for different teams to come together to make something. So I have seen some similar softwares in the past, so I have some experience in how to get familiar with a software that is vast in nature. So Blender is no different. It's something similar from others that I have seen. So that's main reason why we are going to tweak the settings first before we even start learning Blender, so that you will get familiar with how this behaves and how to uh, change something when you want it. The settings are in edit preferences. So this is the first thing you have to know. So the first setting what we're going to change, at least it's needed for me while showing you things in Blender. So it's called the resolution scale. So what it does is it just expands or it increases the text and everything around it in the application, or enlarging the whole application so that we can view it better. I feel this is important, and especially when we go through some advanced level, tweaking a lot of options, doing a lot of things, we may not be able to see all the names and properties we are going to do. So I felt this is important, so I just increased it to some level. I feel now it is much more comfortable to see what it has. So I will give you a text in the screen now, so you can pause the video and do the settings if you want, if you feel this is useful. Okay, so the next setting what we will change is in interface under menu. We have something called open on mouse over. So what it does is, before enabling it, I will show you. So if I go to view, I have to click to open. So if I enable this, so I don't have to click anymore. So it's just, I just hover over there and it opens. So this is useful when you want to see something or search something uh, quite fast, and even you can see there are shortcuts mentioned right over it. So learning the shortcuts is easy, so do not worry about it. So when we know what exactly we are doing, it's easy to remember the shortcuts right away. So this option is useful to open the menu items fast without much clicks. So it's useful. uh, so I find it useful, so I'll enable it for now. We may have to disable it after some time when you get familiar with the software. We will get to that later. I will give you a text in the screen now, so you can pause the video and do the settings if you want, if you feel this is useful. Okay, so the next step what we will see is the status bar. This is what is called the status bar at the right bottom of this application. So for any huge software, there are two things which we have to use, or which is useful for us. uh, Many don't know about it. The two things are, the one is the search option. Okay, that's just called a menu search. It is useful because the application is packed with options. A lot of options are there, and something is there, but you don't know where exactly it is. So it's easy to find it when type the name of it. So that's exactly this search option is for, and there is a shortcut for it. It's F3. So see, now you don't have to memorize it, you just know where it is, and later on you will be get used to the shortcut. So now maybe in the next few videos you will know F3 means menu search. So you have to get used to it, you have to use it repeatedly, so that you get familiar with the shortcut which is for which. Okay, so the second one that is useful in any vast application is the status bar. So most of the users don't pay attention to it, but as a support person I feel that they give critical information in the status bar. It's mainly for that, giving some information about the status. And I can see already some shortcut information, at least on the mouse keys. So what we will do is we will try to brighten up this part, and I will go to the preference again. This is where we will tweak it. So the resolution scale increase actually helped for us to view better the status bar. Okay, the change to change this, you have to go to themes, and there is something called status bar. I played around this options and I found it's the header text. No, you have to, let's brighten it up. Yeah, now it's better. I'll also a little bit change the color because yeah, it looks pretty dull for now. Let's add some colors to the application. Yeah, now it's much more readable, and we will see as we go through the uh, s- as we go through this software, we will know why this is useful and how it is helping us. Okay, now I will give you the details at the bottom of the screen. You can pause the video now and do the settings if you find it useful. Okay, so the next one which we will tweak, I will show you. This is also a critical information given for any big applications. That's called tooltip. See, they give the name of the tool and also what is the shortcut for it. Okay, so I found there is a way to tweak this as well. Let's go to tooltip. I think it's the text. Let's try it out. I'm not sure if yeah, let's put a bright color to it, and let's check if this is, yeah, it's this one. Yeah, so it's changed. But I didn't find the way to add colors to the shortcut information or the additional information it gives. I'm still testing it where exactly to tweak it, but for now at least you have a better view on the tooltip. When it gives in a different color, you will pay attention to it. Okay, this is useful when you are starting with any application. It's good that Blender gives all this information in an easy way to find. So I found, no, I managed to get these settings. So yeah, now I'll give this information at the bottom of the screen, so you can pause the video and do it. Okay, so the next settings we are going to tweak is the input method. Input method nothing but how we control the application, okay, with mouse and keyboards. So in the keyboard section we have something called emulate numpad. So this is normally used for changing views like right, left, top, bottom, camera view, or selected view, something things like that. So if you don't have a dedicated number keypad, you can enable this, and the main number keys above the alphabets will be used as a number keys. If you want, you can enable it, but in my opinion, you don't need it. We have a separate shortcut for this to change views in a much better way. So I'm not going to enable it, but if you feel, if you want it, you can enable it. Another setting you may want to tweak is emulate three button mouse, especially if you don't have a three buttons in your mouse. So in this case, yeah, you can see this information is given. So emulate middle mouse with alt plus left. So alt key plus left will be considered as a middle bar. Okay, so I don't have to enable it because I already have a three button mouse. Now I will give you the details at the bottom of the screen. You can pause the video now and do the settings if you find it useful. Okay, so this is a reason why I am giving the information in between the video itself. So you can use this as a follow through video. Right away you can pause and do the settings, follow me through the video side by side. Or if you want to, completely see the video and only at the end you want to do it, I will give you a overview also by end of this video. So you can pause the video by then and do all these tweaks and get the software ready for you. So these are the main settings we want to change. There will be some more settings which we will change as we go on through the other videos. But right now you are a little bit familiar with how to change settings and where to find the settings. Okay. Next thing what we will see is a add-on. So we will add enable a couple of add-ons so that it's useful for you, especially when you start using Blender. So this is very much suggested to the beginner level users for Blender. Okay, so the add-on is in edit preferences and add-on section. So this is where you will install the add-ons. There is an add-on something called Lazy Viewport. This is developed by CG Fast Track. It's really very simple set change of the settings, but it's really powerful. That's the beauty of this add-on. So it's called Lazy Viewport. So I'll give you the link in the description. So when I give you that information at the bottom of the screen, you can pause the video and install it. So I will install it. Okay, I'll just show you again maybe. Install. Yeah, I added installed it with Python file. So I tried with the zip file, it didn't work for some reason. So you can either install an add-on with the .zip format, or you can install it with the .py. The add-on is nothing but it contains the Python files which is used for preparing the add-ons. So I'll install it with maybe I'll just show you with the zip file. Yeah, it didn't show up, and then I tried with the .py file. Now it is visible. So I'll just enable it. How it is useful I'll tell you. Well, I'll show you by disabling it. Okay, let's keep it around here. So I selected a cube here by left click is for selection, and I press G, that is for grab. So now you can see it's moving around, but I don't know in which axis it is moving. I can control it with using the specific axis X, Y, and Z, but there is a much better way to do it without clicking all this X, Y, Z. That's where the add-on comes into picture. So I enable it and I do the same thing. I select the cube and I press G. You can see now this axis information is right on top of the object. So now I know in which axis I'm moving, and I'm moving it without an extra key. So I don't click X, Y, Z now. I just pick the axis and move it. It's not for just that. It's for all three basic operations. That's rotate for R for rotate and S for scale. So we will go deep into these options later in the next video, and once you are familiar with it. For now you can install this add-on and see how it works. Okay, so I will give the download link at the description, and you can pause the video now and do the settings if you want it. Okay, we will be looking at another add-on, but this is comes pre-installed with the Blender. That is some the name is 3D Viewport pie menu. 3D Viewport pie menu. So here, so, okay, let me enable it, and we can see the information below. So it's a combination of lot of pie menus together in one add-on. So you can see lot of pie menus are enabled. Pie menu is nothing but a circular pattern of options given to you at the moment you can click it, you will enable it. So I'll show you how a pie menu looks. So this is also comes to the point where I told you about emulating Numpad. So I said you don't have to emulate Numpad because we have a uh, predefined settings for it. So this also touches the point of pie menu. For now, you can enable this add-on, and we will see how it works in the upcoming videos. So the pie menu, I'll show you how it looks. So we'll close this, and the key for alternate option for the emulate Numpad is, yeah, it's nothing but backward key. It's located below escape key and above tab key, and to the left side of the main number key 1. So you can see what happens here. It gives you a menu when I click uh, at the point of mouse position or cursor position. What I see here is top, right, back, front, left, view, camera, view selected, bottom. So this is exactly what you will do with a number key. Number keys from 1 to 10 is it does the same thing. So you don't have to leave hand from your mouse and touch the number pad, or even go from 1 to 9 to tweak the settings. With just one click, you can reach to all the views. So which one you want, you can just place it and leave it. You don't even have to click it, it just gets you there. Even view, camera, yeah, everything is at the in one click, you can say. So this is exactly what how a pie menu looks, and this is a predefined settings. It's not even an add-on. I'm just not covering both topics at one shot. So this is how a pie menu looks, and this is the replacement for emulating Numpad. So you don't have to emulate Numpad. You have this option right away with the barcode key. We will see all these options in the upcoming videos. It's really powerful for editing and moving around here. Okay, so now we have seen a bunch of settings we changed, and yeah, we have added color to the status bar, we have added color to the tooltip, and we added some couple of add-ons to the system. Now the Blender is pretty much ready for you. It's more comfortable now to work with, I would say. You will see all these things in the coming videos, how it is useful. If you find this video helpful, please put a thumbs up, and if you have some questions or doubts, please feel free to put it in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And if you find this useful, please share it with your colleagues and friends. This is a beginner level video, and we will be putting up a series of videos just for the beginners. And once you go through all of this video series, you will be able to use Blender in a much comfortable way. I can assure you that. I hope the time you spent here is useful. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.